Gravitas are loosely aware of what happened on that day. I'm going to fill in the blanks.
One bomb found in a meeting, not sure how it got there. Only takes one cop to defuse it. Something here seems unfair. The lost are just getting angry. Is a gang not much of a threat? They think maybe the state should go sovereign, and the message they write being read. One republic for the people of Sandy. Gather everyone around for resource. Members, friends, and the old ladies. Peace is all they were asking for. And it's all going down. In a tiny little desert town. And it's all going down. Desert town. Holden's voice echoes through the city, brainwashing anyone he could get. The volunteers are farming potatoes in exchange for food and drink while they're there. Suddenly the PD comes looking, but gets stopped by a lock on the gate. Flyovers get shot down by Prism. A truce is already too late. A senator and a president talking. Take the shot is his command. The bullet missed and Rudy goes running. This whole thing is getting out of hand. And it's all going down. In a tiny little desert town. And it's all going down. In a tiny little desert town. The Lost calls in reinforcements. Vagos, Bolas, and Sinister Souls. Street Team, HOA, BSK, and Mayhem. Even Hydra Gang got involved. Monday midday the battle begins. Prism gives it all that they can. The Senate and the PD retreated, seeing their own judges fighting the man. Dawn gets a cop on their own, executes her before she could speak. Some people got locked up for treason, a dozen foot soldiers and one EMT. Finally there's a ceasefire called upon. Isn't all this bloodshed enough? Enemy of the state and a people's republic. Someone had to call the PD's bluff. And it's all going down. In that tiny little desert town. This is how it went down. In that tiny little desert town.
like we're running in circles, going around every day, getting stuck in the hurdles of yesterday. Don't you wanna go further away from the fray? Let's not get stuck in our worries, we'll make our own way. Won't you come outside where the sunflowers bloom? Breathe in the air, look up to the moon. I'll meet you outside, away from the crowd, just you and me together. It will all seem better outside, just us in the sky. I will go wherever, I'll be yours forever. Are we part of this circus? Is it innate? Feels like a heavy burden, but I can't relate. Do our actions even matter? Or is this our fate? At least now I'm feeling better, I know I'm here to stay. Won't you come outside where the sunflowers bloom? Breathe in the air, look up to the moon. I'll meet you outside, away from the crowd, just you and me together. It will all seem better outside, just us in the sky. I will go wherever, I'll be yours forever.
Baby, can we talk about it? There's something that I need to say to you. Don't say I'm never honest. Ay. Well, baby, should we lie about it? Do we still pretend that we're okay? Like nothing's going on here. Cause I don't have any feelings to hurt, and all you got is a serious words. There's nothing to do about it. Tell me the truth about it. That I got no tears left to cry. Can you just look me in the eye and tell me we're messed up? Would you dress up for the part? You're so unpredictable. In the morning, in the evening, when we're lying in bed and you go in my head and I lose all control. And I'm sorry, I can't take it no more. I'm done with the thing called love. You're so unpredictable. I wish I could be sad about it. Maybe that would help me to escape this cold-hearted warfare. Cause I don't have any feelings to hurt, and all you got is a serious words. There's nothing to do about it. Tell me the truth about it. That I got no tears left to cry. Can you just look me in the eye and tell me we're messed up? Would you dress up for the part? You're so unpredictable. In the morning,
I'm here. Hmm? Hey Zerex, hey Gusto, hey Ava, hey Leela. Hey Stevie. Oi, that's everyone. Eh, we're almost late. Let's go. We have keys to Burger Shot again. Whee! Let me get this ready. Yank. There we go. Stretch, thank you! Hey Michael, sorry! Hi! Hi Michael. God dang it. Here we go. Let's go. Why do I have a marker? Oh, it's the stupid emails that we get. Let's go. We got food, I think. Do we have food? Yeah, we got food. Oh, heck, umbrella. Eek. Hey, Shira. We're off to Samantha Sanders' court case. And I'm going the wrong way. Next one. I always get the wrong turn. I think that was Josh. I'm not sure. I've seen that Josh is around, but I'm not sure if it was them. Best driver right here. How is everyone doing? I missed you. Skirt. That's why we kind of like dressed up a little bit. I'm good. Missed you.
So like she won't be able to pull the wheelchair back out. Yeah. But she won't lose the wheelchair. We can't take a wheelchair through.
All right. Do you need me to carry you in as well? Okay. Yeah, but I gotta do one at a time because my pockets are very full.
Let's go.
You got no eyes on Birch yet.
Yeah, for the 13B.
What happened?
Okay.
Oh, look at Odessa looking all official.
He was president of the courthouse. I believe they were meeting with their client outside near the bushes.
It's weird not
last I
having
saw them.
phone. I keep wanting to check a phone and I can't.
Yeah.
I'll
Birch
even walk you
and
through because I know
one
how
other
much of a pain it
individual
can be
may
getting
have
the
been
wheelchair
Chastity.
through.
Were standing over
Up here. Yeah, no problem, no problem.
Charity, that's right.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, it should be all zombified and stuff, but it wouldn't be the first person.
All right, and there is your wheelchair right here.
Oh, yay.
Hi, Lennon. Ah, sweetheart.
And now we just chill chat. I always feel so awkward in these things. Hey.
Thanks for coming.
Of course. I wouldn't miss it. How you feeling?
All right.
Yeah? You got this.
Yeah, I should do.
You look very tall.
Yeah, I don't know how I like this outfit or not.
I like it.
Still trying to
Looks
find it.
nice.
Thank you.
Adam!
Hello, Theely39 Wiggle.
Hey, Adam! Thank you for the 15 months. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're just gonna enjoy a court case, because why not? Let's sit like this. Chill. Ah, this is gonna be interesting. That's a cute dress. I hate it how much she leans backwards. Sounds like fun. Thank you so much for the 15
Cream
months again. Oh my
trousers, baby blue
gosh.
shirt and black shoes. What the fuck is wrong with you?
What?
What do you mean you don't understand how this doesn't match? Jesus Christ!
Plain white shirt, Birch. Plain white shirt. At least he's matching the belt and the shoes this time, Your Honor. That's a step up, you know.
Okay, respectfully, it actually isn't. It's a nouveau art. It's a nouveau fashion style that's actually based in like late 80s, early 90s fashion.
I personally base most of my fashion off of times when people took baths.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking- They're two different blues.
And
I'm
it's
sorry,
funny because
who has
both
the green
Sam,
fashion design?
both Sam and Odessa asked
Oh, we
Jesse
did
to
tell him.
come
Ford attire doesn't make me happy.
to watch the court case, and they're on opposite sides. Like Odessa's on the prosecution,
Demi.
and Sam is on the defense.
Are you wearing a Canadian
So
tuxedo?
this is gonna be interesting.
Oh. No, she's missing the denim
Yeah.
jacket. Yeah. It's a white top. It's not even chambray.
It's white?
It's white.
Wish I had my binoculars right now.
Is Jesse backing? Look at
I'd
what
put you on
side
the list if
Jesse's
you looked at
on.
me with binoculars.
Well, Samantha, so
He's probably already
where is it?
Grayson,
okay.
hold on,
You know what?
Grayson. You're wearing brown shoes with a black belt. You have absolutely no reason.
So
to judge
basically,
anyone's
Sam
fashion
said,
styles. That's fashion 101.
"This may seem weird or sudden. My case is officially at 6 p.m. EST, and I'd love to see you there on my side. I understand if you can't make it, but it would mean the world to me to have you on my side."
vote
And
me
Jesse
off the
was like, "I'll
island.
try to be
It
there,
is
thank
my
you."
island.
And then she said, "I understand your position in caring for the one you care for, and I'm not asking you to change that. I get her position, and I have come to terms with everything. I hope we can grow a friendship in the future."
Hold on. No, you come back.
Nope.
And then Jesse said, "I am
Back to the little felon's table is what I'm gonna do.
sorry I didn't reach out to you since it all happened. I hope you have been well, and I'm really glad you understand where she's coming from. She cares about you. I'll do my best to come to the trial. It'll just depend on train driver. I want us to be friends again. Good luck, just in case I don't make it." So it's a bit of a sensitive subject. What you want? Your team Sam? Me too, in a way.
He's the one who got all uppity about the fact that street racing is a constitutional right or some shit. So.
Not anymore. Not anymore. It's not. It used to be. Street racing used to be one of those things that was guaranteed.
Wait, can I still do it?
They could do it and it wouldn't be- I don't know why that was ever a thing. So long.
Oh god.
Huh, it makes her angry. It's my auntie. I didn't make the family tree. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's Antigone.
Is everyone here that needs to be here from both sides?
Yes, Your Honor. Well, yes, from the people, Your Honor.
Hey, why do you look like one of those rubber band balls where you keep putting new rubber bands on it? See how big it gets? Like all different color rubber bands.
You
That's what I'm
know, I
talking
wish
about,
I
right?
would know. I wish I knew. I really do.
You just start with a bunch of colored rubber bands and you just put rubber band. Ooh, just like
I
it.
don't know. I asked Ripley. He's the last one to call me the night before I went missing, so he might
Good
know
old
what happened.
Trooper Ripley. Good man.
Defense, is everyone here that you need?
Yeah, one of our witnesses is gonna come along a little later, but I'll make sure she's here before our turn comes up.
One of your... Don't you only have
Well,
one
our
witness?
Our witness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You had me all confused for a moment. I don't know why she had probably sympathy points.
Oh, that's just so much hearing them talk shit about Sam.
She's her sympathy wheelchair buddy. She's only in the wheelchair for sympathy points.
Wait. Okay, we have a wheelchair
like,
too, though.
pretty far back.
It looks like
Number
yeah, but ours
5,
is
where
way
you
better.
said that.
Walter's actually competent in his job.
Also, Fairfield, Bundy objected that we were recalling and therefore had too many witnesses already. The one that you
Yeah,
brought
you're-
special notice to, Your Honor.
Yeah, Your Honor, the people would agree you did grant that motion. You said my objection to it was bad, even though I was just trying to say they shouldn't be pre-recalling everybody.
So many people here.
Number 5 is something totally different. Weird. Hold on.
Important motion on the floor at the moment, so I'm not going to ask if I get permission to hit you and not get contempt every time, Harvey.
Just hit him. Nobody over here is gonna snitch.
All right, and it is what it is.
Yay.
No.
Time for Jesse to slow walk over to the other side. No.
Walker, if you could not yell, that would be greatly appreciated.
Apologies, Your Honor.
Yeah, don't worry about it. That's why I said it nicely.
Oh, here we go.
All right, today we're here to hear appeal by Samantha Sanders. Read here the statement of claim. Demi Black, Erwin Dundee, and Samantha Sanders were signing a plea agreement at the courthouse when Demi was beaten and gunned down. Ms. Sanders was GSR negative, did not provide the assailant with a weapon, did not provide the assailant an escape route, did not flee after the shooting, called 911, and voluntarily gave multiple statements to the police. In spite of this, she was charged with the crimes of the assailant and more, none of which she deserves. Due to recent events, blah, blah, blah. All right. Charges being appealed today: attempted murder of a government employee, and that's
We
accomplice.
could be here a while.
Accomplice, assault, and battery. Are all these accomplice or just those two? Prosecution.
The only one that's not is the final one, Your Honor.
Accomplice to petty theft and criminal possession of a government-issued firearm. Oh, prosecution, you want to go ahead with your opening?
Your Honor, can you complete trial motion?
All right, what is it?
Actually, two, Your Honor. First of all, I made a motion on the docket to take a look again at sealing Ms. Sanders' phone and text records. I was wondering if you could address that to start. I can expand if you'd like.
Can I rebut, Your Honor?
Sure.
We've literally already heard this motion. The court has already ruled on it previously, and I'm gonna use the too late response of we already posted those to the docket based on this court's prior ruling. They've already been unsealed and made a matter of public knowledge.
Oh, here we go,
Yeah, I'm
Chad.
gonna say the-
Words that I
Yeah,
don't
go ahead,
understand.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, we started at the same time, Your Honor. My apologies. Please continue.
Obviously, you have something to say. Go ahead.
Your Honor, I just want to point out that it's 12 days of a sitting attorney's text messages and phone calls, including privileged information. I don't think it should have ever been made public.
Bundy's podcast
And,
speech, I
it
know,
sets a
it
terrible
has
precedent, including
voice.
for anyone under investigation as a, let's say, a detective or someone else in the PD who also has a lot of privileged communication, to just throw that out there to the world and
Who's
put
talking?
their entire life on display.
And the defense have one final rebuttal, Your Honor.
Sure.
Or sorry, the people, I guess. That's just the appeal setting is weird. First, I would refer this court to the People versus Kyle Pred, where I prosecuted Kyle Pred, revealing, I believe, approximately 3 weeks of all of his text and phone communications, as well as his bank transactions and casino transactions, if I'm not incorrect. So suggesting that we wouldn't do this to one of our own is kind of ridiculous, considering I literally have. Secondly, this exhibit has been made available to the defendant, and they've had more than ample opportunity to specify lines for censorship, which we probably would have agreed to, but the wholesale sealing the item that's already been released to the public, probably not necessary.
Yeah, I'm inclined to stick with my ruling and my response to the motions in the first place. The key to the courtroom and the justice system is full transparency. I've been subpoenaed, just like many others in this room, and the fact that you just don't want it on display, as a sitting attorney at the time, you should know better than to be putting information that could be subject to criminal or even civil proceedings. So yeah,
I don't
I'm gonna
understand. I
Go
don't
ahead.
understand how you're supposed to communicate with a client without using any electronic format.
Okay. Does your phone have phone numbers on it you can push?
Yes, but
Okay.
you know what? Yeah, I'll let it go, Your Honor. That's fine.
All right. You said you had another one. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's the People's B, the second
A
police
good
report.
thing that I'm not
the
working
people
tomorrow
didn't
at
call
chat.
anyone to corroborate that report. Since there's no one to cross-examine, we'd like that report to be thrown out as is.
So why didn't you call anyone for that report? To
I'm
why
gonna
did you
double
let it go
check.
uncontested?
Because now you made
I
me
mean, it's not our
paranoid.
responsibility to call someone
It's
to
fine.
talk about a report. It's their responsibility to prove the report, and they didn't bring anyone to do it.
Okay, but you, as a defense attorney, are you not supposed
And
to?
who
mount a
knows,
defense
in a
against
month or
evidence
so,
put
we might be
forward?
back here
So if
again,
you think this
watching
was
Kenneth
an
Jesperson's
irrelevant,
parole
why didn't you
hearing.
call anything to contest it or
That'll
bring
be
it in
fun.
earlier?
They didn't give this until after you'd already closed the motions and the discoveries on the docket, Your Honor. I didn't have the report.
Nope, no working tomorrow.
Your Honor, the people would be happy to rebut to this one. I haven't got to throw this rebuttal out in a while.
Yeah, go for it.
The people would reply that that particular document, which contains nothing more than officer statements entered into the official MDW in the form of an investigative report, is
Yep,
a
it's-
certified copy
at
of
the
a
start
public
of
record
March,
and
I
therefore is a
think it is.
self-authenticating
Let me see.
document. Essentially, because it's a police report and it was written by those officers and therefore essentially digitally signed, it's not hearsay to enter it. Further, the defense hasn't even given us a chance to show how we are utilizing that
And its
documentation.
parole
We're not
eligibility
necessarily
opens at the
inserting
end
it
of
into this
March.
trial for the purposes
Yeah.
of believing every minute detail or fact. We're
Yep.
not asking this court to, pull those as fact. We are showing a pattern, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's also an exception to hearsay.
Uh,
Sorry.
As a response to that, Your Honor, this report was, we have no members of the police to cross-examine, to ask about the circumstances that happened here, the tone of the events, or any other thing that could establish whether or not Samantha Sanders was behaving as an attorney or as a friend of the police and joking around. The prosecution is completely free to determine the tone of this incident without the other officers here to confirm.
Your Honor, if I may.
Go ahead.
This particular report was actually directly referenced in the interrogation recording of defendant Samantha Sanders. So she has actually already had a chance to weigh in on this. The hypothetical question that is raised by the defense in their reply as to what her status was, she has actually already confirmed through her own mouth that she was there in an official capacity as a representative. So questions like that would be answered by, cross-examining examining the defendant. Further, none of what was just said changes the fact that this is a certified copy of a document produced through the FOIA rules that are prescribed by the District Court of Los Santos, therefore making it a self-authenticating document. They were free to call any of those people to cross-examine if they wanted to.
I mean, I'd have to reply, I guess, that what's the point of you calling any witnesses for our current report if it's also self-authenticating?
I'm not going to engage in the back and forth,
Yeah,
Your Honor. I have
don't-
too much respect for the court.
We're gonna put this to rest right now. Just
All
like
right.
on the docket, there's a set way. If you guys start addressing each other and start making side comments, I don't care. I'll send you to jail, and then I'll pass it up the chain to look at your licenses. Understood?
In the docket?
Prosecution?
Curious
You
now.
understand? Defense?
Yeah.
Good. Recess for a minute. No.
got to throw the whole "this was a public document that was produced by a FOIA" thing in a while. You know, I thought that'd be a good time to do it.
How do you have a way of words that I don't think I could do myself?
Think about this. If you're gonna be a police officer,
Oh, I'm just being hella professional because I know that Bill will slam me with contempt if I'm not.
good experience. I mean,
This isn't how I normally do court. I normally like call them fuckers and stuff.
Always wanting to get contempt, but we do what we have to do. I don't want it to come from Bill. It's too easy.
I don't wanna fuck around. I also don't wanna find out with court, especially to be nice to judges thing.
you're probably gonna end up just like those guys.
I already fucked around and found out with the retweet I did that one day.
I mean, didn't we tweet out "fuck the DOJ" once, and then we actually won that case?
Can you get a lawyer?
No,
Oh my gosh.
Retweet if you think Bill Mays is an idiot off duty, and then I got suspended for 24 hours. I wasn't even on duty for.
Because he's the one that told me exactly what to do.
No, it was good because Willie said, "Were you on duty yesterday?" And I said, "No." He said, "Well, you were suspended yesterday. Hope you learned your lesson."
Like, I feel as though that
Instead of making me get suspended the next day.
Nom nom nom. Nom 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 chat.
What is
Yeah,
this
apparently
resource for?
he was like signing a bunch of subpoenas and the retweets were like upsetting him.
Well, it was nice meeting you.
You could just like turn the notifications off.
Thank you for the cookies.
Shut your phone off.
What he's doing. That is bad though when you say retweet if he's
Hmm?
an idiot and then the retweets.
One cookie. One cookie.
I shouldn't
One
laugh,
cookie.
but
Original twatter was Kyle Pred.
No.
Oh. Hey, where'd he go? I thought we were starting. What's happening?
He went to recess.
Deliberating what?
The pre-trial motions.
Oh god. This is gonna take so long.
Maybe, it doesn't have to happen to anyone. Maybe even though Pred's a fuck, maybe he didn't have a sex
It's okay because at least it was like 2 hours. Because if this was any longer, starting at 10 p.m., I would have just left.
I have a feeling this is gonna be a long night.
Oh, really? Good thing I don't have computer work tomorrow.
Hey, Demi, do you still have a body pillow? Didn't you have self body pillows once?
I was just reading through the docket.
I didn't use them.
Yeah.
Mm.
The pillow later, honestly.
I was gonna say I had that like 7-foot tall teddy bear made out of human skin.
I think that's the one. It'll be fine.
Did sleep on it once. It was cozy.
All right, try now.
Ew.
I think we have leftovers, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah. I can stop by Maldini's as well if you want. I'll grab a pizza.
And yeah, how late this goes.
Yeah. If not, we can always have cereal.
Oh my god.
What?
I feel like cereal for dinner is a choice.
I've done it before,
Oh,
not
here we go.
ashamed of doing it again. Listen, cereal for dinner is amazing.
Yes, Grayson's awake. Do you need to talk to him? Ursula?
How did you hear me? I was whispering.
Uh-huh.
Damn. Like a freaking shark. I was just saying that we were talking about judges in various storms. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's the bandages making everything echo. Anyways. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna deny excluding it based on the reasons that I gave, as well as their sworn testimony. With the witness limit that is in place, they have to pick and choose who they are. These are sworn documents held to the highest standard, and the defense could have called anyone they wanted to collaborate or fight these, or to deny them in any way set. All right. Any other motions? Going once, going twice. Prosecution opening statement.
Yes, Your Honor.
Here we go.
You let me know when you're ready, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor, people of the court. Set between 2008 and 2010 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, this hit series follows Walter White, a modest high school chemistry teacher who transforms into a ruthless kingpin in the local methamphetamine drug trade. Driven to financially provide for his family after being diagnosed with inoperable. Hold on, sorry. That's
Oh
the
wait, I
synopsis
haven't.
of Breaking
I
Bad.
haven't.
No
I
spoilers,
googled
please.
that when I was
I
writing
forgot
this
to reset
opening,
the goal chat.
which I intend to take exactly as seriously as defendant Samantha Sanders took her career on February 9th, 2022, when Sanders elected to operate outside of her scope of duty as counsel. Put very simply, from late January until early February, Sanders engaged in conduct which pushed her further and further into conflict with Erwin Dundee. These actions culminated on February 9th, 2023, when Sanders, Sergeant Black, and Erwin Dundee entered the holding cells of this courthouse in order to execute a plea deal. Approximately 100 feet from here,
I'm
Dundee
gonna
struck
forget
Officer
this
Black several times
Vegeta.
while Sanders stood by, failing to dial 911 or intervene in any perceivable way. Dundee then spent several seconds removing Sergeant Black's firearm from her holster, which he then drew, pointed at her, and fired into her abdomen until the magazine was depleted.
And
At this stage, Sanders transformed from a criminal defense attorney into a plain and simple criminal. She engaged in a conspiracy with Erwin, suggesting and listening to how they might cover up for this crime. She listened to his instructions regarding dialing 911. She retold a tale of a masked gunman breaking into the courthouse to officers, a fact she later blamed on, quote, shock. However, what shock does not cover up is Sanders then approaching Demi Black while she lay motionless on the ground, lifting the firearm from the floor where her client, quote unquote, had placed it, her co-conspirator, and then putting it back into Demi Black's duty belt in her holster. Thank you, Your
duty.
All right. First off, before we get too much further, do we have any officers back there not involved in the case?
I believe we've
When's-
got Walker,
I'm
Your
not.
Honor.
Walker, you want to be bailiff? You want to come swear people in and stuff like that when it's time?
Sure, yeah, I can do that.
All right,
He has to
thank you.
stand to do that.
No, he doesn't.
Then I
We're an
swear to God-
accessible courtroom, thank you. All right, defense, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor.
look at the amount of people that could
Today we have before us a Shakespearean tragedy.
use
A steadfast detective beaten down
a
and shot by a
accessible
criminal in a
map.
cell. An officer who didn't deserve to be targeted by this criminal. A lawyer simply along for the signing of a plea deal, caught up in a situation that blew up. Accusations of a conspiracy with no evidence to back it up. An overzealous detective taking over a case and charging the lawyer because the consequences for the criminal would not provide enough justice. And at the end of the day, charges being pushed with no proof or substantiation that will ruin someone's life. There is no reason to push these charges. There is certainly no reason to convict my client today. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Prosecution, first witness.
Alrighty, prosecution would like to call Deputy Harvey Holden to the stand.
Last case I saw went to still 6 a.m. our time. Was that the Balter case?
Oh, that's my left. That's I can do.
Yeah, raise your left hand. Apologies. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will truly listen to this case and render a true verdict, tell the whole truth and everything but the truth, so help you, birthday boy Occams?
Did you say everything but the truth?
The truth, the whole truth.
That's not a god.
Yeah, the breast Jeffrey one. Jeffy one. Yeah, fucking
I'm
hell yeah.
under agreement right now due to previous
Yeah.
events. It has to be Nikita at least once. So start with Nikita.
Okay, we'll start with Nikita. So help you, Nikita.
Yeah.
Alright.
Prosecution, your witness.
Alrighty. Please state your name and rank for the record.
Deputy Harvey Holden. My rank is not who I am.
Okay. Were you on duty February 10th, 2023?
Yeah.
Did you respond to any 911s that evening from the defendant?
Repeat the question.
Did you respond to any 911s that evening that came from the defendant, Samantha Sanders?
No.
Did
Have a
you
good
respond
sleep,
to any
Lila.
calls at the courthouse?
Yes.
How were you alerted to the scene?
There was an officer down alert.
What was the actual location, or the specific location within the courthouse determined?
Night,
to be?
Lila.
The cells.
You're referring to the cells to my right?
Yeah, the ones downstairs.
Okay. Were the side doors into the courthouse locked?
I don't remember.
Okay. Beyond those doors, are there any other ways to enter that corridor?
Up here through these doors.
Okay, and that would be through the metal detectors, correct?
Affirm.
Was the door into the holding cells room locked?
I don't remember. I don't think I was the first. I don't think I was the first one here.
Okay. When you arrived on scene, what did you witness?
Demi was on the ground. Sanders was talking to an officer very frantically.
Was there anyone else in the room?
Dundee was in the cells, screaming that he didn't do it.
Okay. Was anyone inside the holding cells themselves?
In the cells, yeah, Dundee.
Okay. Was there anyone else?
Not inside, no.
Okay. Was Erwin Dundee handcuffed?
Think so.
Did you speak with Mr. Dundee in relation to this matter?
He was just shouting that he didn't do it.
Okay. Did you take any statements on scene?
I don't think I did.
Okay. Did you document any evidence on scene?
No, I didn't. I didn't have any equipment to document evidence at the time.
Oof.
Was EMS called for Sergeant Detective Demi Black?
Yes.
Okay. Did you provide any medical treatment to the detective prior to EMS's arrival?
No.
Okay. Did you inspect her belongings?
Yes.
Okay. What specific items did you inspect?
The gun in her shoulder holster.
Okay. And did you notice anything out of the ordinary with this gun?
It was warm.
when you warm as if it's recently been fired?
Yes.
What did you do after leaving the crime scene?
I escorted EMS to take her to the hospital.
Okay. Did you press charges on Erwin Dundee?
Yeah, I had to ask for the charges from people who had more information there.
Alrighty, let me confer with my co-counsel. Alrighty, we are done with our questioning, Your Honor.
All right, Cross.
Oh man, I wish Jesse was a. This is the time that I wish Jesse was a.
Just a moment, Your Honor. I'm just reviewing my
county
notes.
clerk. That Jesse could have a phone in here.
Hey, Harvey.
Hey.
Did you speak to Miss Sanders on scene?
Objection, Your Honor. Outside of the scope of the witness's knowledge, he was previously asked if he took any statements from any individuals on scene, and he said, "No, I don't think so."
Wasn't it Samantha that had an in for
Your Honor,
Jesse
you
to
can
become
still
one
speak
again?
with
Yeah.
someone on scene without taking a statement.
Yeah, I'm gonna overrule that one.
Had.
Please go ahead.
Had is a good.
I don't think I did.
Okay. Can you describe? You said that she was talking to an officer very frantically. Can you describe the state you saw her in?
I don't know the word for it, but lots of crying and hyperventilating.
All right. All right. Let me just review here.
Who's your lawyer?
Let me just refer with my co-counsel real quick.
All right.
That's it, Your Honor.
All right. Prosecution, anything else?
No, Your Honor. We are done with this witness.
All right. You can step down, Mr. Holden. Defense, you marking for recall?
We're good, Your
Yeah.
Honor.
You're good. All right, you're free to go, dude.
Prosecute-
Prosecution, next witness.
We'd like to call Deputy Matthew Remming to the stand.
All right, Deputy Remming, come on up.
Sorry, I got distracted.
And
Right.
raise your left hand, please.
dumb.
And do you solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you, Novalock? I owe yours, Judge.
All right.
Go ahead.
Alrighty, please state your name and rank for the record.
Deputy Matt Remming, deputy for the Paleto Bay Sheriff's Office.
Righty. Were you on duty February 10th, 2023?
Duty.
I was.
Did you respond to any 911s from defendant Samantha Sanders that evening?
I did.
And what was that 911?
It was a 911 saying that several individuals had come in and assaulted an officer.
Alrighty, if people would like to place upon the board the People's A evidence labeled Samantha Sanders 911. I believe Assistant Chief Bundy is probably sending it your way, Your Honor.
Yep, I already got it.
Yeah, I just didn't have things set up for it. Oh, sorry.
Perfect. Just to confirm that image on the board is the 911 that you responded to?
Correct.
Alrighty. What was the precise origin point for that call?
It emanated from the east wing of the courthouse.
How did you enter the courthouse for this scene?
I was.
Yeah, so she
maybe,
said someone came into
block
the
away. I was
courthouse and
unable
shot
to
Demi
drive
as we were
from the outside of the
processing
hospital.
Dundee. They ran out.
I drove straight to the front of the courthouse and parked my vehicle on the stairs with my lights on, and I proceeded to run through the entrance hall of the courthouse, through the metal detector, through the doors, through this very courtroom, through the double doors over there, and down the stairs into the cells.
Ready. And that door into the cells room, was that locked?
No, it was not.
What did you witness upon your arrival?
As I entered the room, I saw Erwin Dundee in the second cell with his hands in the air. Behind him, I saw Demi Black on the ground. And in front of the cell, I saw the defendant, Samantha Sanders.
Was anyone on scene handcuffed?
No,
Did you proceed to handcuff anyone on scene?
I did.
And who did you handcuff?
I placed Erwin Dundee into cuffs. He did not resist.
Okay. And to confirm, you stated that Demi Black was behind Mr. Dundee. Was she in the cells?
Correct, she was.
What was her condition upon the arrival?
She had been, she was on the ground, bleeding out. She had been shot several times.
What was the defendant, Samantha Sanders' demeanor when you arrived on scene?
Frightened.
Where was she in relation to Mr. Dundee?
Directly opposite of him on the other side of the cells, on the outside.
Okay. And her location in relation to the the detective, Demi Black?
Outside the cell, sort of, I guess, standing in front of Dundee. I would say Erwin Dundee was between her and Demi Black.
Beyond you handcuffing Mr. Dundee, was anyone else detained on scene?
Correct. Samantha Sanders was also detained.
Did additional units arrive on scene?
Yes, I called for backup.
Okay. Do you recall who those units were?
I do not.
Okay. Did you examine the scene for evidence?
No, I was not the one to collect evidence.
Do you recall who was?
I do not.
Was EMS called for Detective Black? Correction, Detective Sergeant Black. Did you speak with the defendant, Samantha Sanders, in relation to this incident?
I did.
What did the defendant indicate had happened to the sergeant detective?
It took some time to calm her down first, but eventually she provided a statement. She stated how they were in the cells for a plea deal, that she was Mr. Dundee's attorney, and that someone had come in and assaulted Sergeant Detective Black.
Did you check the doors to the outside in that corridor?
I did not.
Did the defendant indicate any description of the attacker?
No.
Let me speak with my co-counsel real quick.
I would ask if that was a contraindication to her 911, considering that in the 911 said that a masked gunman came in. So I would ask if she supported that 911 in any way.
His.
You got something to say, Birch?
No, Your Honor, that's my bad.
All right.
A big part of her interrogation was she insisted she dove under the desk and dialed 911 and stayed there until officers got there. So I would kind of
Sorry, chat. I'm like trying to pay attention because English is difficult this time of night.
Alrighty. Was any of the defendant's statement counteracted by her 911?
Yes.
And what part would that be?
It was almost as if the instant
Sorry,
the
Michael.
events popped off, she suddenly had a memory blank.
Can you elaborate on that?
She was unable to give any description of the individual that came in. She was unable to say what happened. She only stated that she had heard gunshots and chaos.
Okay. During the interrogation of the defendant, she stated that she had dove under the desk and waited until cops arrived. Did you see her under that desk at all?
I do not recall.
Once again, let me just speak with my co-counsel.
Remming, did you conduct a GSR test of defendant Samantha Sanders?
I did.
Okay. What were the results of that test?
She was negative.
Okay. Did you conduct a GSR test of Erwin Dundee?
I did.
What were the results of that test?
He was GSR positive.
Okay. And to your knowledge, which unit was responsible for the collection of evidence on scene?
I do not recall, as I was outside taking Miss Sanders' statement while evidence was collected.
Okay. Did you later review the evidence that was collected once it had been processed into the report?
I did not. At the time, I was a solo cadet, so I was told people were handling it.
Okay. Understood. Just one moment, Your Honor. I just wanted to fire those off quickly before we conferred.
Well, we can use either myself or Bundy to do that, as we could say that we further investigated.
Yeah, we can call one of us up there for forensic stuff. I'm good with him if you want to pass him.
Alrighty, we pass this witness to the defense.
Defense?
One moment, Your Honor. Just reviewing our notes.
Let's do it where you call me up and you can dig into whatever you want to on the report forensically, and anything
Do you
that
want
you want to
just
bring up.
touch
on the-
forensics, nothing else in those questions that we've listed?
I mean, you can highlight whatever you want to. The important part is that Demi goes last. So let's get me up there for the forensic stuff and anything you want to go over subpoena and investigative wise. And then we'll get the doc up there.
We got
Slight change of plans. I'm gonna go on the stand.
Did you speak with Miss Black on scene?
There we go.
I did not.
Did you attempt to?
After the next, then I guess.
I did.
And was she responsive?
No.
I heard you.
Do you have the People's A in front of you?
You'd have
Hey,
to
good
give me a
shot.
second.
Okay, no worries.
It's going to be post number 45. Page 3.
Puppy.
Could you repeat the evidence?
It's the People's A.
Yeah. Post 45, page 3.
Oh, hey, Sudi. Is there anyone up there?
I apologize. I'm struggling to open it.
Shoot me an email real quick. I can
If
send it
English
to you.
is hard, just speak Portuguese. Oh no, it's more like me trying to understand. Wait, let me change it again.
I think
There you
I've
go.
successfully Bluetoothed it, Your Honor.
Could ask them to speak Portuguese.
I did too. But my computer's faster.
Alrighty, I have it in front of me.
All right. Would you mind going down to your statement, which is like a little more than halfway down?
Of course.
And can you just read off like the last sentence? Would you mind doing that? Sorry. So can you just clarify? Are the last like 5 or 6 sentences Miss Sanders' statement?
The final sentence of my statement or this Miss Sanders' statement?
The final statement of her statement that she gave to you.
Suddenly, she heard gunshots, dove under the desk, saw Demi down, and called 911.
Thank
Pardon
you.
me?
Let me just confer with my co-counsel real quick.
I want to go outside and grab the phone.
Yep, we'll cede the questioning, Your Honor.
You're done on questioning?
Yes, sir.
Got a couple on redirect, Your Honor.
Yeah, go
All right, Remming, this is going to be specifically tying
To be
off the
fair,
first
I
question
don't
that
think
you
my
got asked
brain
about
would
Demi being all
understand
responsible
Portuguese
about
either.
that. Officer Remming, do you have a medical degree?
I do not.
Okay. Are you an emergency medical servicer? You a member of EMS?
I am not.
Okay. Do you have a CPR certificate?
I do not.
Do you have any formal medical training whatsoever?
I do not.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. That's all that I've got, Your Honor. My co-counsel.
And clarification there, Bundy. It's emergency medical services, not servicer. Makes it sound like a whore collection that way.
Yeah, but like, what do you call like an individual who's part of the service is?
Depends on the rank and structure and education. It could be
Yeah.
EMTA, EMTB, paramedic.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. All right.
Healthcare professional.
I don't know, Bill. I've dated a few EMS. Some of them get very servicey.
Yeah, I know that.
Is it really dating or
Jesus Christ, Your Honor.
All right.
Your Honor Grayson.
Are you gonna recall this officer?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you can step down. You're dismissed.
This just gets better and better. Words could be hard. They could also be banana leaf, joy, or a bunch of other things too. I know, all of those things that you just said are words, and all of the things that I just said are words too.
All right, the prosecution would like to call forward Assistant Chief of Police Jeffrey Bundy.
Spider on your foot.
That's me. I'm on my way, Your Honor.
I think Bundy's a real life lawyer. I remember hearing somewhere that he is. I don't know if it's him, but there's a couple of lawyers in the city that are actual lawyers.
Likely myself, Your Honor.
Is that it? Everyone else is going to be called?
Very likely,
Yes.
Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes.
We
Thank you.
conferred with witnesses and made sure that they had ample time.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that people weren't waiting around if they could be dismissed. So, go ahead, Winston.
Can you raise your left hand, please?
I'll raise both for you, Winston.
Oh, thank you. Do you solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence you're going to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing
Yeah,
but
one of
the
the
truth, so
judges is
help
an
you
actual
God
lawyer,
save us?
IRL.
I do. I'll be adjusting this seat. Seats are uncomfortable.
Ready? Are you ready for me to proceed, Your Honor?
Banana phone.
Okay. Please state your name and rank for the record.
Name Jeffrey Bundy, badge number 451, rank Assistant Chief of Police of the Vinewood Police Department and Chief of Detectives.
Imagine
of the
doing your day job, then role playing a lawyer. My brain wouldn't handle that. Yeah.
Were you involved in the arrest of the defendant?
It's kind of like Billbot.
In the arrest of the defendant, yes.
Okay. Were you on scene of the shooting?
Negative, I was not.
What was your role in this arrest?
I was a secondary investigator assigned to this matter after it was drawn to my attention.
And what actions did you take to investigate the matter?
The first thing that I did was what all good detectives do is I reviewed the statements of the officers and witnesses contained within the report as well as the evidence. After that, I drafted a subpoena review.
Yeah, that is true.
Received from that.
Let me know if the music's too loud compared to the
And did you receive records from that subpoena?
I did, yes.
And did anything in the defendant's records concern you?
Oh, yeah, quite a bit, honestly.
Your Honor, this is a vague. I'd object to this question being vague.
I'm happy to
gonna
reword it
rephrase?
if you'd like.
Yeah, go
I
ahead
can,
and
yeah,
rephrase.
I'm happy to. Did anything in the defendant's records concern you in relation to the matter at hand?
Your Honor, I'm going to object to the same objection. It's basically the same
It's a good way of like practicing with
Well, I
shit
mean, it's-
lawyers
it's
and stuff
specific
like
enough,
that.
Though, that we know exactly what she's getting at and that it's directly relating to this matter. So I'm going to overrule that one.
Oh
You can
no.
proceed.
Yes, I found several of the defendant's communications over the course of the approximate 1 week period that were subpoenaed to be highly.
Yeah, the game sounds already max.
And
actually-
which records concerned you?
There you go. That's maximum
Uh,
can do.
there were communications between the defendant and the other accused individual, Mr. Irwin Dundee, that occurred on January 31st, 2023. May I refer directly to the exhibit, Your Honor, just for pinpoint clarity on this?
Yeah, if you don't mind just pointing it out as you go along, which ones you're referring to.
Okay. On page 8, there are several highlighted lines. These particular correspondence were concerning because the defendant, a defense attorney at the time, was directly requesting Irwin Dundee's assistance because she was being arrested.
All right, I'm going to object to narrative. I think he just asked to point it out. Or I mean, sorry, I think Odessa just asked to point it out.
Okay, sure. Let's just point out which ones are concerning. Then, Wendy, narrow it down.
Okay. There were also communications further on January 31st, 2023 that were concerning. That's going to be page 12, the first 4 lines that are highlighted.
Once everyone has that pulled up, continue.
Okay.
I had stream
I'm just
max
waiting on
and
the
could barely
defense
hear
and
Bundy. Okay,
the,
cool.
Judge.
Yeah, I got it.
We have
Fence, do you have
access, Your Honor. Yep, we're good.
A February 2nd, 2023 communication on page 17.
Yeah,
near the
FFM's on
bottom,
max
third
now.
line from the bottom was particularly concerning.
I think we all have it pulled up now, so you're welcome to continue.
Page 24, the lines 2 and 3, further communications on January 2nd, 2023, were concerning to me. Page 28, lines 5 and 6, which are highlighted in red on the page, were concerning. Further on that page down, there are lines that were highlighted in yellow, which I found to be concerning.
What page is that? Sorry.
28.
Page
28.
28.
All right, thank you.
On page 28, it says, "Don't be involved. I don't need you there to help clean up the apartment. It's too hot."
Page 30, there were several communications which I found to be pertinent towards this investigation and the People's Exhibit B. Those are all highlighted on that page.
Oh, and I can explain Colin McKinley too. He called and said, "What's going on with Dundee?" I said, "I'm his attorney. I'll handle it."
Apologies, Your Honor. I'm looking for the last one, which was a text communication from the defendant on February 9th, 2023, directly following the incident. That was the last one on my list, but I'm trying to locate an exact page number for you.
5858.
That would be the one, yes. Page 58, January 10th, 2023 at 2:50 a.m. Item is highlighted in red for the court's record.
Sam to Brooklyn saying, "I just saw someone gunned down and they didn't stop shooting the body until they were out of ammo."
Alrighty, I want to go back to page 30. You mentioned that it related to the People's B. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. What occurred on that scene in the People's B?
Which page?
Page 30, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to this. Bundy was not present on scene. He has no first-hand knowledge of the events that occurred.
Your Honor, I would rebut that. He stated that he was an investigator on this case and analyzed all reports tied to this incident and the defendant, and therefore has, and he stated earlier already that he has reviewed witness statements in these reports.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I would reply that, if they wanted someone to actually talk about this report, they could have called someone who was actually involved with it.
Okay. The way you're going about it is hearsay. I need you to lay more foundation to get to why Bundy would have first-hand knowledge of this.
Did you analyze the reports and evidence of the People's Bee?
I did, yes.
Okay, and was Mr. Dundee GSR tested on that scene?
Yes, there was a GSR test.
I'm going to object again that he wasn't there on scene, that it's still hearsay, even if you looked at the report. If they want to, have some probative value of the report, then it's entered into evidence already.
Yeah, it's the same. I would say, Your Honor, that it's the same
That doctor
rebuttal
has
from the pretrial motion to which
stethoscope.
it
Look at
is
that,
a
it's so
public
cute.
record document which has been FOIA'd, to therefore it is taken as officer statement and is therefore fact for the court. He is simply analyzing the evidence in that scene and looking at the results of a GSR test. I'm not asking if he GSR tested. I'm not asking who did. I'm asking what was the results of that to which he can analyze and speak about.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to overrule. He did study the reports, did an investigation. He's commenting on his investigation and how this relates to his investigation to the evidence that has been entered in.
What?
Yes, there was a GSR test present for Erwin Dundee within that file, and the evidence indicated the test was positive.
Okay. And was the defendant reported to be on scene?
Yes, by multiple officers.
Were there any statements from the defendant reported in that report?
Yes, there was.
Okay. And you're welcome to elaborate.
I'm going to object to this under hearsay, actually. Although he could review the report.
Heck.
Well,
Yeah, I
no
mean,
back and forth crap. Let him talk, and then you guys get your say.
Yeah, so I'm going to go to hearsay. I understand that he can
I'll be
review the
right back,
report and
Chef.
see what the officers saw
I'm gonna
themselves
stretch my
on
legs.
scene, but neither of the officer nor Dundee are here to actually attest to the conversation itself. So
Your
I
Honor,
would say
can
that
I-
is
can I rebut
100%
this one?
hearsay.
Oh, sorry.
I've got it, Bundy. Your Honor, this is a statement from the defendant who is currently in our courtroom today, who is able to be called to the stand to be cross-examined on this report and her statement on scene. I am simply asking the investigator of the matter who reviewed this statement to elaborate on what was said in that report. If Bundy wants to add anything, if you want to let him, that is up to you, Your Honor.
Sorry, I was just making sure I can talk without getting talked over. That is overruled. Continue.
Yes, towards the bottom of the report, there was a statement recorded by Park Ranger Lieutenant Tessa Lamb of the defendant, which said, quote, "We went shooting earlier," end quote, referring to the defendant and Mr. Erwin Dundee.
Is this relevant to the People's A?
It is, yes.
And why is it relevant?
Because during the recorded interrogation of Sanders, it was indicated that excuses were being made as to why Mr. Erwin Dundee would be GSR positive, and that was a similar excuse.
Okay. With your experience as an investigator, do you believe the defendant's actions aided Mr. Dundee on that scene?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Let's move on to the evidence of the People's A. Did you analyze this at all?
I did, yes.
Okay. Were there any casings listed in the report?
Yes, casings and projectiles.
Okay. And where was the location of these casing and projectiles?
The casings and projectiles were located
I'm
inside.
going to object, Your Honor. I don't understand why we're having Bundy go through this report when there are officers here who can attest to it. I don't know why he's reading off the report.
Your Honor, I will rebut.
Rebuttal not knowing why isn't an objection.
You got an objection for it, or are you just talking out of turn?
Well, sorry, are you talking to me or Bundy?
You.
It's gonna be hearsay, narrative. I mean, there's someone here who can attest to it already, so I'll go with hearsay.
Your Honor, the two witnesses who were asked regarding the evidence on scene were not able to state upon it, and therefore it is left to the investigator who investigated the matter following the incident, specifically someone who has already stated that he was analyzing statements and evidence of the matter, to elaborate on it.
I would rebut, Your Honor, that they could have called the officer who may or may not have run the forensics and handled all this stuff, and they chose not to.
Oh, I can. Oh, sorry. I'll let you guys finish.
I stand by what I said about Bundy's role as the investigator of the matter, and as a detective, we analyze the evidence in regarding reports, and as often we are not on that scene, but analyze the evidence following it through forensic analysis.
All right. Gonna go for a recess here.
I can clear this all up Jim Carrey style. It'll be great.
Does anybody have food?
You.
food.
Come here.
Hello, Nissa.
I've got some food.
I hate.
Am I
this
you?
outfit I've made. Also,
I got it,
Veronica,
I got
by
it.
the way, Harvey
Hey,
might
Demi.
have said
Corner.
to
Hey.
the entire courtroom that you're.
Oh, he's in trouble.
Do
Get
you
in the
want
corner.
a breakfast, eggs Benedict, orange juice,
Thank you.
glazed donut?
Damn, y'all notice how they not object to like anything until I start talking? They really don't want my
I'm
time.
back.
Turn
Wonder
around.
why, Bundy?
What did I miss?
He said medics are.
Holden, I swear to God, turn around.
It's okay.
I see
I'll
in the
keep that
corner.
in
What'd he
mind from
do?
now on. Don't worry, Ursula. Bundy will remember.
No comment. He made fun of Winston and he shit talked Veronica, so not happening.
Wait, he made fun of me again?
No, not for you.
Yes.
I'm gonna be an objection
When
machine.
he asked
Oh, yeah,
you to
Holden
be-
through.
when he asked you
Harvey
to be
through.
a bailiff,
Want some?
you
There
said,
you go.
"Well, you have to stand for that."
Cutie.
Oh.
Who said that?
So he's in the corner for a minute.
Hey, Harvey. Oh,
Oh no.
Perfect.
Did he forget to eat?
We need EMS.
no, Winston just get him.
The wife's currently
my gosh.
punishing,
Kiki, we need EMS.
Holden over there in the corner. Seems
Veronica's
like you
already
deserve
got
it
it.
though.
Did I miss
Oh, okay.
anything?
He made fun of Winston and he kind of shit talked you, so not happening. Thank you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Walker, you gotta learn to not mess around with the SDSO deputies like that. They have a tendency of dying and whatnot.
True.
Yeah, there's like a whole graveyard now of all the SDSM.
I have my fanny pack with my
All
smelly
right.
salts
Does
in it
anyone
that
need
smell
food?
like
I
ass.
brought food.
So I'll break those out if I have
If
to.
holding up Wrangler doesn't get me fired, I think kill CSO deputy definitely
If
will.
anyone needs food, just
I
come
watched,
to me.
I watched an
No.
admin assistant at the SDSO earlier almost die from a banana.
I mean, to be
Those
fair,
things are lethal. Potassium
somebody did
poisoning isn't a
shoot
joke.
an SDSO officer, Winston, and they did die, and now he's the chief of police. So
Oh, that's true.
don't really.
Yeah,
get
but he was
fired.
a senior deputy rather than just a normal deputy.
Yeah, but
normal
it was also
deputies
Cody
get you
Sharp.
fired.
He's not a normal deputy.
Okay, we don't need to hear you getting horny again.
That's my ex-boyfriend. What do you mean?
What the heck?
Yeah,
Did I
exactly.
miss anything?
I don't want to hear
Goes
it.
under his nose.
Jesus.
I don't like this outfit. I need to make a new outfit. I don't know. I feel kind of weird about it. I don't like.
Wake up.
I love skirts. I'm always on duty.
I wasn't expecting him to. Come on.
Hey, Therese.
You made
Sorry,
fun of
I'm half
Winston,
asleep.
And you.
It's almost midnight.
Talked a member of my family.
It is
That doesn't
midnight.
lie. Yeah, you did. You said something like,
We go quickly grab the phone. Grab my phone. I need my phone. I'm an addicted to my phone. Oh, drop it. Drop things. My food. There we go. Anything else I dropped? Nah. Phone. Got advertised lemon haze. When I saw it go live, I was like, whoa, it's 6 p.m. here, so I know it was really late for you. Yeah, it's really late. We're just here for the freaking... We're just here to check the court case. Yes, dedication.
Sooty, I love you, Sooty.
Oh, at the very beginning?
Leave Bobby for me.
Okay.
Bailiff thing, yeah.
Whatever.
She's in her head. I can't hear her.
Take it in the back hall next time. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
The beautiful.
Understood, Your Honor. Fair enough.
Hey, Sam.
All right, calling this back into session.
wasn't expecting him to hit you.
All right, making the same objection 10 times in a row and just wording it differently when it's not even the right
whatever shit talk
objections
Veronica
isn't going to
said.
fly.
Well,
That's the last objection you're going to make on that.